Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here for Gibson Guitars. And today I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about originality and what it means to play authentic. You know, for 125 years now, Gibson's been shaping sound across generations, genres of music, and genders, all the way back to the turn of the century with Orville Gibson's innovations in mandolin building, through the 1920s with Lloyd Lohr's perfection of arch-topped instruments, to our fabulous flat tops of the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Oh yeah, 1920s.
Which helped shape sound
cool.
across all genres, to our semi-hollow body and solid body instruments of the late 1950s and early 1960s, which helped define the sound of rock and roll. Gibson's been innovating the whole time, and we want to talk to you today about.
Yeah, well, they stopped a long time ago, so I don't know what you're talking about. Robot tuners, that's whack shit. And also, they haven't changed their price point, so this doesn't really even matter. I don't understand what he's saying with all this. And you guys are lucky this video got taken down, so I'm breaking it down, but this is the only way I could do it. I already recorded this fucking video with all these breaks, and my stupid computer didn't do anything, or it didn't record
some
the audio.
Of those innovations. First, the one I got in my hands, the big daddy of them all, the Les Paul. This single cutaway carved maple top design originally came out in 1952 and is iconic to rock and roll.
Dude, this guitar is so expensive. Everybody would like one, but nobody can afford this $3,000 guitar, like not a regular player. Maybe if you're like a rich kid and sits in your fucking room.
In 1960, the introduction of the Gibson SG with its double-horned body, it's never been out of production. The only Gibson solid body guitar to always be in production since its creation in 1960.
Okay, this is a cool, SGs are a cool-ass guitar. They're fucking really light, though, and they feel kind of dinky, and that neck joint always cracks. It always looks weird and cracks most of the time, unless you spend like $3,000 on a super nice one, custom shop. So, I don't know. Here's the Mickey Mouse ears one, or the Mickey Mouse ES335 or whatever. These are like the $4,000 model. I mean, those are the most expensive guitars.
F-hole semi-hollow body design with the ES335, 345, and 355 that grace so many albums of the 50s and 60s, all the way to Ted McCarty's most iconic designs in the Futuristic series.
And this is where shit starts getting cool. It's the fucking Flying V and the Destroyer and the Explorer and all that. These are awesome guitars. Still super expensive, but I mean, these are the guitars I would buy. These are the ones these are exactly the type I would buy. So I mean, Ibanez, you know, copied these. They made really, really good copies. I think Eddie Van Halen actually played an Ibanez Destroyer for a while, which he named like the shark guitar or something like that because he cut the fucking edge. Made it like a razor, like a shark tooth,
like the Flying V and Explorers, some of the most copied and imitated guitars of all times. And not just our body shapes, but things like the shape of the headstock, that open book design or mustache kind of design.
It's not that
the
cool.
Split diamond inlay that you'd find on the Les Paul Customer, the ES355, or that crown, or some people call it pineapple inlay that you'd find on the 335 of the Gibson SG. All of those innovations and design elements are trademarks of Gibson. Why does this matter? Well, for a few reasons. People ask us a lot about forgeries and counterfeit guitars, you know, often of lower craftsmanship coming in from overseas.
Yeah, people usually accidentally buy these. They don't want Gibsons. Nobody goes out and tries to fucking buy a Gibson, so nice try. If people want a Les Paul, they're going to spend the money on a Les Paul. They're not going to they're going to get either tricked into buying a Gibson that they don't, know about, or that they didn't know it was a fucking Gibson, or they're going to go out and buy a brand new Les Paul. So people don't go cheap when it comes to actually buying an American-made
But there's some common
Gibson.
Misconceptions about what a forgery is and what trademark infringement.
Yes, that means all you little guys are fucked. All these small guitar companies,
any copy of any one of those designs that we've named is in fact by definition a counterfeit Gibson guitar. What that means for a couple different people. To the manufacturers out there, we want you to know that you've been warned. We're looking out.
We're looking out. Okay, it's kind of funny, but also we'll fucking kill you and we'll take your kids.
And we're here to protect our iconic legacy and the designs that we've created over generations.
With force.
To all the people in the film and television and commercial industry, reach out to us. We want to work with you. Stop taping over the logos on the headstocks.
Oh God, this is the best part. I mean, I've seen a lot of commercials.
By the way, that's not enough to get out of a trademark infringement anyway.
And by the way, you're still fucked, so why would you even try to do that? So either bow down, pay us to have our shit in your video, or you're fucked.
We want to work with you. We want to be partners with you. We want to help bring authenticity to your projects. And this isn't about us trying to be bullies or trying to stifle the boutique marketplace. This is about protecting our legacy. 125 years of innovation and relevance in music. It's worth protecting.
Robo-tuners.
And it's our job, and we will continue to fight to protect our intellectual property. And to all the players out there, what does this mean? Well, it goes back to what we started talking about, being original and playing authentic.
Yeah, well, some people can't afford a Gibson, so how are you going to be original if you're just broke, dude? Some people have to like buy other guitars. They can't just go to Gibson.
Gibson's
they can't
been
go with that.
investing
That being their
money
first
in
guitar.
our factories, in our team of people working,
And what if you suck?
in the content that we're creating to make the Gibson
I suck.
experience the best and make the best guitars we've made in 125 years. And it's our goal
done
that
that 4
for
years
the
ago.
next 125 years coming, that will be the most relevant, the most loved, and most played guitar brand in the world.
Hey, Mark Agnosti. Kids aren't even playing guitar today. What do you make you think guitars are going to fucking be around in 120
Be original,
years? It's sad, but it's
play
true.
authentic, and remember, only a Gibson is good enough.
Or you fucking die. Okay, so let's look at Gibson's catalog. Here's from Sweetwater Guitar Center. What is it? Yeah, Guitar Center. Okay, so here we got 2500, 900 if you want to get a real bass gas Les Paul. We got that SG is pretty sick right there. I mean, you get that weird funky trem system. I don't know about that, but still, you're 2000. That's a beautiful guitar. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but these are all very, very expensive. You can't afford this stuff. So that's, there's a regular SG, but still pretty expensive. 1300 just to get into that. There's the ever famous, ever freaking super expensive. There you go. That's $4,000. That's with tax and everything, $4,000. So I wonder why they're not doing so well and why they need to sue everyone. That's a very flat piece of wood. That's just a straight piece of wood. And when they make a piece of wood, it's a piece of wood. Here we go. And then the rest of these, I mean, not very impressive, especially that $999 one all the way to the bottom right. This is a cool guitar right here. I mean, I love that black quilt top, but still, it's not worth the price point. Okay, look at Fender. Okay, $13.99 for that Jimmy Page. That's a nice guitar. All right, you want to get into a Mexican guitar, you're at $600. Still a really, really beautiful guitar with all that black on it. Awesome. There's the American Elite Strat, that green one. I mean, that's just boner stuff right there. You got the American Strat right there, the natural finish. Even that Mexican player Stratocaster, that's nice. On a lot of these Fender guitars, I mean, you pick them up, and especially the American-made stuff. When you look in the back and it says "Made in Corona," I mean, that makes you feel good. But yeah, again, this green one right here, I really, really like this. I know they were doing something where you could design your own Fender on their website. That was awesome. But yeah, both nice guitars. That American red, really, really nice. I mean, there's the Mexican Telly. That's a Jimmy Page mirror, so that's gonna be really, really expensive. So I mean, I understand that. Jaguar, that's a nice guitar. Look at $12.99, get you an American-made Jaguar. I mean, even these surf green guitars down here, these are awesome. These are beautiful guitars. They're gonna feel nice. The Made in Mexico stuff's all really, really solid. So Fender's doing it, and they're doing it right. I mean, even look at Ibanez. Ibanez is beautiful. I'm an Ibanez guy, so I went all the way from the horn guitar GAX 70 or whatever to a RG 350 to a Prestige RG 1570. So I mean, that's nice. This electric right here. I mean, they have the Andy Timmons model. Is that what it is? That's an awesome guitar. This tom and bass, they make a short scale tom and bass. That's pretty awesome. Prestige electric. I mean, that's super sick. That's just the regular trem, I think, not the locking trem. I mean, this with the burl wood, and then that's a cool little gem type of guitar for $400. You get the locking trem and everything. So, I mean, Gibson, what are you doing? Get your game up. All this stuff's way too much. And so, a couple guys did videos that I watched on this stuff. So, the Guitarologist, Trogley, Levi Clay, Spectre Sound Studios, Robert's Guitar Dungeon. I don't know if Philip McKnight's put out a video yet on this, but I just want to give credit on all the stuff that's been going on so far. They've been putting out good content. And I mean, just for suing purposes, There's this OW Appleton guitar company that Gibson, you know, he went to Gibson and said, "Hey, do you want to make this guitar?" They said, "We don't see anybody using a solid body guitar electric." You know, so he couldn't get a patent lawyer. He couldn't patent it himself. So when Fender started making really, really, really good guitars, they took the patent from him. Well, they didn't take the patent. They patented the shape themselves, I guess, because this is the first single cutaway shape. I mean, especially if you look at everything from the trem, not the trem, but just the bridge. You know, I mean, look at the headstock. It's super crazy. So this poor guy couldn't get a patent lawyer. I guess Gibson sent up a letter that said, "Hey, due to our competition, we're now going to put out your solid body guitar." So that's really, really cool of them to do. And that's pretty much, I mean, Gibson made its bed. Now they're laying in it. They're trying to sue everybody. And that kind of smells desperate. But anyway, guys, I just want to put this video out before everything got taken down from the subject.